Yeah.
Hey, everybody. It's Friday afternoon. It's the Birdies and Bourbon podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Cal is on vacation in Tennessee. I just want to let you guys know for the pod, the audio is a little choppy today. We wanted to put out the pod because, again, it's 4th of July weekend. We're both kind of really stoked about this tournament up here at the Rocket Mortgage or whatnot, but it's a little choppy with the audio. We're back to our normal audio setup on Sunday. So make sure you tune into that. But we tried to make sure you guys had access to a little conversation going into the weekend here. We want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Cal, what you got, man?
Hey, things are great in Tennessee. We're playing a lot of golf. We're getting a lot of lake time. Hope everyone has a great and safe 4th. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Birdies and Bourbon.
Hey!
I can't believe you have suckered me in on vacation to record. Hey,
so why am I at HQ and you're got beers and look like you're on vacation?
Yeah,
your vacation's becoming a problem again. You know this, right?
Yeah, I'm out in the field. I'm doing some field work today. found a hidden gem. By the way, excuse me, I didn't find a hidden gem. I found a diamond in the. So in case anybody's ever up in East Tennessee and looking for a place to play golf, give Lambert Acres a try. It's fantastic. Super tiny green. So if you're not striking the ball really well, we'll get into the golfers in just a second of who is and who isn't striking well. Unfortunately, I had a good day off the tee. I had a rough day on my approach shot. So we don't need to talk anymore about that. If you can't tell, I'm baked. It's hot as hell. It's 91 degrees. People are going through in Detroit. And they don't get to drink any beer wine for crying out loud, man.
Yeah. It's cutting in and out quite a bit, but we'll try to go with it, and then we'll apologize up front to the viewers that are listeners and viewers that obviously we're just coming at you on Friday afternoon. Cal's on vacation in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, and the Wi-Fi doesn't appear to be that great.
Yeah, we actually don't have Wi-Fi up here. So I don't know how this is actually recording and we've actually got on Skype, but we did somehow. So it's working.
Nice. Nice. All right, let's talk about his leaderboard, man. We're up here to the Rocket Mortgage, the Rickie Fowler Open. I was concerned about him earlier in the day. He played really good day one, and then day two started off kind of shaky, but he's starting to put it together. I think he's going to make the cut at least and be able to play the weekend. I was concerned about that. Did you watch it all day?
I didn't. I can't lie. I've been on the golf course all day, but when you say he's playing good today, he's even through 14, and he's at 5 under, and the cut line's 5 under. So I don't know if I would call that good. He hadn't lost any strokes, but it's coming.
No, what I said was that he was good yesterday, and that he was playing, and that he was getting on a roll. He was actually starting to play better. Yes. We're recording this around 5 o'clock on Friday, and you got some bets going on this.
I got plenty of bets. Hey, all I know
on Rickie specifically, on Rickie,
on Rickie specifically making a top 10. Let me just tell you, he may not make the cut, so I may have 2 bottles of bourbon come my way. I hope they got some good allocations out there. So yeah, send me the good stuff, Tay.
There you go. But hey, no, interestingly enough, though, if we're looking at the leaderboard, Rocket Mortgage, we'll just look at the guys that's finished first for the day because, again, some guys are still on the course. We're recording this around 5 o'clock on Friday. Power, man. He came in 6 under par today. He's minus 11. He's in second place right now. Great day. Putting, he gained 2 strokes putting today, so that's really what's kind of, helping him out. But 3.92 strokes gained against the field today overall. Around the green, it's off the tee, 1.33 gain. So, off the tee, really good. And the approach wasn't that good, but the putter helped him out. But the guy, I think, the one that I'm kicking myself for, and I was texting you earlier this morning, was Cal, I called you on Wednesday afternoon and I said, hey, Matt Wolff is only $6,800. Should I take him here? And you said, oh, no. That's a trap. That's a trap, Dan. Don't take Matt Wolff.
Hey, I know. And I thought it was, man. I thought it was suckering him in. I mean, you looked at him going from like, mid to high sevens, and now he's down to the high, sixes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I still, I don't know what he's going to do for the rest of the weekend. I can tell you he would have been better than a lot of people in my lineup. Patrick Reed. Yeah. So I mean, I would have been much better off to have taken him and not made some choice. Kevin Na withdrawing. We'll get into that in a second. But I mean, outstanding play by Matt Wolff today. So I don't know where that 8-under came from. I haven't seen it any other tournament that he's played in, since the start back. I mean, the dude's he's on fire. I mean, again, if you look at yesterday, at who played well, and the leaderboards kind of really shifted. Kisner's the only one that's still, up there. Now he's, but as far as the winners or the T1s that came in yesterday, Kisner's the one that's kind of lingering around. So, I guess DeChambeau's there, but he was back a little. DeChambeau's had a good day today as well. But everybody yesterday, it was all strokes gained putting. I mean, that's how they advanced. Today, if you look at, you just mentioned Power, he's 2 on putting, and look at Kirk, man. Hey, and I don't know if you know this guy's story or not, if our listeners do, but he's 3 strokes gained putting, and that dude has went through a horrendous past couple of years just with alcoholism, depression, and what a hell of a comeback. And man, it would be fantastic to see somebody like that that's, been on the struggle bus for a minute and had those issues to deal with to make a comeback. And, this soon, right. From showing back up from personal issues to have a win on the tour. Yeah, for sure. He's putting it lights out today. And then Matt Wolff, we talked about a minute ago, but on his approach shots today, 3 shots gained, and then putting, he put, 2 shots gained on putting. So just great irons off the tee, not looking too great for Matt Wolff today. But hey, I mean, if he can keep that putter hot, who knows what happens to him over the weekend. Bryson DeChambeau, I mean, we talk about him every week, but you cannot not talk about him. I'd like to not talk about him for a week, considering how much we talk about him, but he's always he's always a T5. Every week he's on the first page of the leaderboard. I mean, he's done a complete overhaul of his body, and he just continues to produce. I tell you, the only thing that's holding that guy back is he's half a stroke gain putting through today. Or today, I'm sorry. Yesterday, he was almost 4 strokes gain putting. So he didn't putt well yesterday. He got about the same, generally speaking, except he drove the ball. He averaged 20 yards further yesterday. So today, I mean, if he's got anything going on with the putter, I mean, that dude is winning outright, hands down. So, that's something to look for during the, through the week to see, or through the weekend to see how he comes along. He is very entertaining. I was listening to his post-round interview today, and he said something along the lines of, we'll just keep playing this casino. It's like, oh, okay. Just keep playing the slot machine, hey? That's what he said. We'll keep playing the casino. I'm surprised he wasn't talking about his what he had for lunch and then a snack. I know. No, it was cool. It was cool. This guy's in my lineup, -6 today, finishing at -11 for the tournament. Mark Hubbard, man. Yeah. He looked. Just looking at his stats. Obviously, I didn't watch him play, but once again, you got somebody that's almost 2 strokes gained putting today. Everybody is. I mean, the greens in regulation for the guys that are scoring. I mean, they're extremely high. I mean, they're high 70s, 80s. They're extremely well. Everybody's hitting hitting fairways. So again, I mean, it's everybody's calling these courses. Kind of the so the second time they played here in Detroit. And even without the COVID interruption, I mean, we still wouldn't have had we would have had a major-esque pool or field. I mean, it would still, we've got a stronger field than we would have had, pre-COVID. But I mean, these guys are just, they're just beating the course up. I can't believe that the cut line's at 5 under. It's been that way 2 years in a row. It's been the same cut line 2 years in a row. But yeah,
It's crazy. It is certainly crazy. I'll tell you the one guy that's catching fire here in this afternoon. It seems like he's putting into a bucket instead of a cup is Webb Simpson. I'm getting concerned. I didn't pick him in any of my lineups this week, and I should have kicked him myself, man, because he is looking good. Real good. Approach today, 3.5 shots gained.
Listen to this. Driving accuracy percentage, 100%. Greens in regulation percentage, 100%. So the only and strokes gained putting is like 0.1%. So that means he hasn't missed any fairways, he hasn't missed any greens, and he hasn't missed any putts. I mean, what a better recipe for a back-to-back win.
I'm surprised that the putting is showing that only, kind of flat on the putting, because he's been putting it lights out today. I've been watching him, and that putter is hot, buddy. It is hot. So, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Who else you like? Kids? I didn't have him in any of my lineups. Nothing against Kiz. I just, he hasn't really done. I think he missed RBC. Don't know if he even played last week. We can go back and look, but nevertheless, I mean, there's just been nothing really exciting there. But man, he's turning it on. And again, it's all greens in regulation for him. I mean, it's putting is half a stroke or so. Yesterday, everybody was putting really good yesterday. Well, I shouldn't say everybody. The people at the top of the leaderboard, I know. Come on, Pat. But the top of the leaderboard today, it's like even the decent putters are still scoring, but they're scoring by hitting fairways and greens and regulation.
Yeah, absolutely. Kisner's having a good tournament. He's -3 today. His shots gained approach is at 1 shot gain there. Everything else is kind of flat around the green, a little bit in the red there or whatnot, but nothing major. But yeah, he's playing really well. He's playing really, really well. Everything's just by the book, like you said.
All right, so it's his tournament. So let's give him some more airtime. I mean, it's like a commercial. We gotta. So yesterday, he hit about half of the fairways, 80s and greens in regulation, +2 for strokes gained putting. Now today he's negative half a stroke on putting, and everything has declined. Everything that he did from yesterday has declined today, and the putting is the worst thing that's happened. So look at some of these other guys that are, I think Webb's been putting well, so, I can't really judge him, but some of these other folks, Kirk, Power. I mean, some of the guys that maybe aren't known for their putting. I mean, Rickie is he's been acknowledged as like he's a putter, man. I mean, he's a clutch putter.
One of the best putters on tour. Yeah.
And even if he doesn't make it, he's not gonna get beat on his putting. And today he's getting beat. His putter is what's getting what's knocking him out of to the cut line, basically.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's his short irons are looking really good. I was watching him play the short irons today, and they were looking really good. But you're right, the putter. I mean, it's just not there.
Yeah, we don't talk much about Rickie Barnes, but he had a pretty crappy day yesterday. So he shoots 5 under, and he was almost negative 2 strokes yesterday in putting. He comes in today and he shoots 5 under to get to 4 under. He's +3 in putting, and and unfortunately he's going to miss the cut because he came in at 4 under. So so think about somebody like that. I think he actually had the highest. He shot the best round today of the people that are going to miss the cut line, and coming in yesterday, at a plus number. I mean, you got to be thinking like, well, I'm out anyway, so just go out, balls to the wall, man, and just try to score what you can. And he does, right? And obviously, I didn't see him play, but I mean, he had to have made some putts to be, +3 for strokes gained putting. So, that's definitely a loss for him. Bogey for Rickie Barnes, right? That he couldn't pull it together. I mean, one more stroke, right? Potentially, and he gets there. So.
I had a lot of hope for Kevin Na this week, and he didn't get it together, and he missed the cut. But you mentioned we should go ahead and talk about it. I know. Go ahead and talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he withdrew.
Yeah, it's because of a back injury. Yeah.
There, I see. So I didn't see that I saw that the who Clark withdrew because of a back injury. I didn't see anything. Yeah. So back injury. I think Gooch withdrew back injury. I didn't see any release on Kevin Na as to why. It said, but last I looked, at least, it said that he hadn't reported why he withdrew.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter it's a back injury.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the symptoms of COVID? Your backaches, backaches and muscle spasms.
I hope not. I hope not.
I do too. But it's like, what's going on? Well, he was though last week. Remember? So he played really well on Sunday, and I think at some point in time they announced that he had hurt something. I thought they said he hurt his knee, but anyway, he was picking up his kid, and he hurt himself picking up the kid, and that's the reason he was kind of playing crappy, throughout the week and the weekend. And then Sunday, just everything kind of aligned, and he played well. But yeah, I guess lingering issues. I don't know. It's they do say COVID takes a few days for it to shine.
Your boy Pat Reed, man, almost 2 strokes lost putting. He could not sink anything today. Anything. Good gosh.
I know. Isn't this back-to-back missed cuts for him?
It might be. I think it was. It was. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, little preview to our 4 Caddy show on Sunday. Guess who we're fading next week? I'm kidding.
Pat Reed gets the bogey. This will be the first time this year that Pat Reed is not up. Any of them. Yeah. Hey, but he'll make it back. Hey, Pat, you there, dog. Who else do we got? Snedeker. I was surprised that he missed. I thought we were going to see something out of him. Didn't really get much. Jason Day. Hey, shocking. He definitely has COVID now.
Where did he end up? I didn't see him. I didn't see him. Yeah. -4. He's gonna. 4 under. He's gonna miss. Hit the ball well off the tee. And his everything else was just kind of flat. I watched him for a little bit this morning. I didn't see where he ended up, but -4 for the tournament. He's going to miss the cut. But it was good to see him back out there. And apparently he's feeling pretty good. So hopefully he can get some stuff going here next couple of weeks. I really like watching him play.
Oh, so we talked earlier in the week about the charity match.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So basically, that was to help fund the Wednesday afternoon round, and that was to help fund internet, basically, because I don't know, there was some ridiculous number, like 60% or some crazy number doesn't have access of homes, don't have access to the internet. So this was, kind of stimulating some process to give internet access to more people in Detroit. So we were talking, like, how do they pick those people? And, well, guess what? I guess they picked Bubba Watson because they wanted to give him a little extra day of TV time because he wasn't going to make the cut.
I thought Bubba was going to bounce back. Everybody seems to be 1 week behind with their winners. We thought DJ was going to play well at RBC. We thought Webb was going to play well at Colonial. And I thought Bubba was 1 week behind too, but that didn't work out too well. Yeah.
Himself out on Wednesday.
The charity match on Wednesday was kind of fun. I wish they would have had them mic'd up. It sounded like they had the little booms around them, and there was just a lot of conversations. But I mean, overall, great cause, and I'm glad they did that. Did you hear Bubba call out old Tiger? Get off the couch!
Get off the couch, Tiger. We want you in this one. Let's see. Who else did you have in your life? What about what about Sabatini? He was in your lineup.
Oh man, yes. If it wasn't for Sabatini, I would have had a pretty good lineup. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's not. I mean, he's 1 under. At 4 holes left, so he needs to shoot 4 under to make the cut line. I mean, it's not unheard of, I guess. Except he is playing the back. He's playing the front 9 as the back 9, and that's the harder too. So that may be a bit of a challenge for him.
It's a bit of a challenge. He started off so hot today. He was at. What was he, like 2 under through 4 or something. And I was like, oh, man, he's going to get this thing rolling. He's going to come out over -7, -8, just like Wolff did. I'm going to be sitting pretty, and this didn't happen. I really had big, high hopes for him this week, so I'm surprised that he didn't do so great. Didn't do too hot, man. Who else didn't make the cut? That you were really thinking was going to do well?
Make a note of this. I didn't have him in my lineup, but I think this is a guy that I have had in the lineup in the past or past tournaments, and we got to watch him. Is Scotty Scheffler. Missed it again.
Been hearing a lot about him.
And Yeah, he was +2 now. Well, he's 5 under today. He's currently sitting at +2, and he's on 13. So, I mean, I guess if the Christmas miracle shows up, he's got a chance, but he really doesn't have a chance. So we got to keep Kyle Stanley. I thought he might do something. Nothing there. He's positive for today and out.
Yeah.
Jimmy Walker, man, what's happened to Jimmy Walker? Like, that dude is missing everything. I mean, he is doing a lot of commercials with the wife. I do see him on Instagram a lot, posting I think it's like Birdies Bourbon and Barbecue or something like that. So I don't know if he's trying to, if he's reaching out and he wants.
Uh-oh. Are you still there? Did I lose you?
Nope.
Okay. Now you're back. Now you're back. Hey guys, sorry. We're doing this remote, so I can see you. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Yeah. You were cutting out there.
Yeah,
for
I
a
can
while.
hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you the whole time. Yeah. Well, you froze on me, so I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Walker just kind of flat, man. Nothing great. Just kind of flat. Around the green, he lost a couple stroke. Lost a stroke. But just not getting it rolling, man. Just not getting it rolling at all. Yeah, surprising. I thought he would be much more of a contender at a place like this than that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So did I. Munoz, I had him in my lineup. He didn't make it. He didn't make the cut, which I thought. I mean, I didn't expect him to win by any chance, but I at least thought he was going to show up and and put some points on kid, but he only did it for 2 days, so get nothing out of there. I mean, out of that, Jason Day, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but not really. But again, I think everybody that played in that, I know Varner's going to make the cut. I think but. I don't know what happened to Jason. Well, I guess it goes to show. I mean, he and Varner, just beat the brakes off of Wes and Day on Wednesday. So I don't think they won a single hole. So no, but it's stacking up to be a great tournament, man. And just looking, Victor Hovland, was like, it was kind of 69, 67. I really expected him to shine. I thought, again, 2 rounds under par, but I expected to see him a little closer to the top of the leaderboard.
Hey, I still got high hopes for Hovland. He's right there. He's right there in contention. So, I think he's still. So who do you think's going to win this thing? We got to wrap this up. We're at 21 minutes now. Got to wrap this thing up. Who do you think's going to win?
Webb Simpson, baby. I'm going Webb.
I do too. Well, so if Bryson wins, does Rickie Fowler gain 50 pounds between now and next year?
Hey, there's no chance that he does. Hey, he might try to gain 50 pounds between now and the Memorial. It's like, they're going to need to get him a bigger pole.
Oh my gosh! I'll tell you.
Hey, but it's so far it looked good. I did watch yesterday. They've been lighting this stuff up, right? I mean, we haven't had a score less than 20 to win the tournament since the comeback, right? And what's going to happen when they get to Memorial, where you may have a double-digit score, maybe, but it's going to be low double digits. It's going to be interesting to see how these fields hold up to a little beefier course and how they play, and it may play just fine. I mean, they may handle it very well. It'll be interesting to see what happens when the screws tighten and they step up to a completely different track.
Yeah. Webb just drained one from the sand around the green. He's now the co-leader at -12.
There you go. I think he just hits the accelerator, and I don't think he looks back, man.
Yeah.
Player of the year. You heard it here, July the 3rd, 2020. Player of the year, Webb Simpson.
There you go. So what are you guys doing for the 4th?
So we're actually going for a little evening cruise tonight, having dinner on the boat.
Nice.
We're probably gonna get another round of golf in the morning. I think we may play Fox Den in Knoxville. Then we're gonna we'll be boating in the afternoon. and in the evening, jet skiing and such. And then Sunday, it's all day on the lake, man. Maybe some fireworks, social distancing. Definitely have our masks out and ready. So yeah, we're all prepared, man, to have a good time and celebrate everyone's independence.
There you go. All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
How about you, man? What's happening for you for the 4th?
Tomorrow, same thing. Just cooking out and watching golf. That's it. Just trying to stay inside. It's 95 degrees here. Just trying to stay inside. It's really, really hot. It's really hot.
All
right. Hey, guys, everyone have a great 4th of July. We are enjoying this golf tournament. Both Cal and I are both in agreement. We think Webb Simpson's going to run away with this. I do want Bryson to make a play, though. If Bryson can make a play, he's only one shot back. If he can make a play, that'd be awesome going into the weekend.
What about a Sunday evening playoff, Webb and Bryson? I mean, how awesome would that be, man?
I would love it.
That would be so awesome. Yeah.
So good. Hey,
so good. By the way, if you haven't tried Founders All Day IPA, give it a try. It's pretty tasty. Pretty tasty.
Nice. All right, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, have a good 4th. Cheers.